Hello everyone, this is Bazzoka. Welcome to one of my videos, or welcome to Leave a Loadout. This time in TF2, I'm going to be playing as the Resourceful Scout. This loadout is left by DaMojoslayer on YouTube. I thank him so much for this loadout, even though I don't do it justice at all. But hey, you know what? You take what you can get. So, the Resourceful Scout, also this video isn't starting out very well. The Resourceful Scout is the Force of Nature, which I have a strange of, the Mad Milk, and the Fan of War. And I can only assume why it's called the Resourceful Scout is because it can do so many things by itself. You can knock people around, you can extinguish your own fire, you can extinguish allies as fire, you can reveal cloaked spies, and you can mark people for death, aka those people will get mini crits on them. So yeah. So, why am I playing on a King of the Hill map? Well, that's just my personal preference. But it kind of works out here if I actually tried to put it to my advantage, because the knockback on the Force of Nature could actually kick people off of the English words. The Force of Nature can actually kick people off into the bottomless pit, therefore killing them, and then I'd get a point for, you know, finishing them off. So yeah, it's that, and it does more damage. It only has 2 shots, but hey, you know what? It does more damage and knocks people around. That's more than enough. Next up in this list is the Mad Milk. Mad Milk is the secondary, replaces the weapon, your pistol, and it's a throwable, arcing kind of weapon. And then I get beheaded. So yes, Mad Milk, throwable, arcing weapon that when it hits people in a certain radius will be covered in milk and direct it. Darn it. But yes, they will be covered in milk, and enemies who are covered in milk will... Oh goodness, I forget how it's worded, but if they are dealt damage, the person who deals damage will get a certain percentage of their life back. So yes. So, and it can also extinguish allies because, you know, it's fire. It's a type of liquid, so it better be able to put you out. I mean, if it didn't, then that's a very interesting milk you got there. Milk that feeds fire. That'd be weird and highly unsettling, honestly. So, yes, and since it's kind of like Jirate, you can also reveal cloaked spies. Cloaked spies are always the thing. Fortunately, I don't have to deal with, I don't think, any spies really. But yeah, I have to deal with fire. It burns me so. But hey, you know what? It's like, okay, you want to not be on fire? There you go. You're not on fire anymore. That medic using his syringe gun like he's some kind of battle medic or something. What? Okay, so, and finally on this list is the Fan of War. Fan of War is the melee weapon. It has a 90% damage reduction, but whoever you hit, they will be marked for death, and anyone who is marked for death will receive mini crits upon being hit by anything. So that's always good. Look at that, 139 damage in one go. Unfortunately, I get kind of screwed here, but yeah. Look at that heavy go, just spewing all of his bullets everywhere. But yes, I managed to escape that quite nicely. But anyway, yeah, Fan of War, mini crits. So overall, this is a very, very support-esque kind of scout loadout. I'm not too good with it. I'm more of an offensive kind of go kind of guy. Hence my healthy scout loadout, you know, with the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol and the candy cane plus whatever kind of primary that I feel like. So yeah, I'd much prefer the ability to, even though I take more damage, I would be able to heal myself upon killing people. So yeah. So I never really used the Fan of War. Also, we totally lost the first one. It was rather close, but you know what? It was alright. But yeah, Fan of War, I almost never get to use it because it's the melee weapon. Usually melee weapons, to me, are kind of like a last resort kind of thing. Except for the spy and the engineer. The engineer kind of has to use his melee all the time, and the spy, that's like one of his main ways of killing people. So, you know, those two are exceptions, and I guess kind of the pyro. But I mean, normally only the spy and the engineer should be relying on their melee weapons a lot. Also, not a good start to the round. So yeah, so when I try and go in and try and, you know, hit someone with a melee weapon, I kind of want to kill them, not kind of set them up for something. I'm not really good with that kind of stuff. I'm not the expert of combo plays. And ow, that hurt a lot, and I got guillotined. Oh man. When I was at 6 life, thankfully, it was not a strange, at least I hope it wasn't. So, I got set on fire, oh good God, but then I managed to make it to my spawn. Unfortunately, the fate of my teammates was a fiery death. I am partly responsible for that. But yeah, it put him out. Okay, so as you can see, using the Mad Milk, mostly for either putting people out, myself out, or just kind of getting people all wet with the milk, hitting them with the glass. I'm surprised it doesn't do damage, because that's glass that's hitting them. It's like, psh, oh god. But yeah, so see, I healed. I'm healing myself, and then I put myself out. It's rather handy. Handy to know that I have an ability to put myself out when I'm on fire, especially since the scout is so pressed for his health. So yes. Otherwise, I never had to run into a spy, usually. And curses, that medic got a domination on me. So yes. I don't have to usually deal with spies, or at least in this gameplay, I didn't have to deal with spies, so that was a warm welcome to me. Yes. I'm trying to have a showdown with this soldier, and then the spy just kind of comes up and shanks him in the side. I'm like, thanks, buddy. I couldn't deal with him. I am the best distraction. Even when I don't want to be a distraction, I'm the best distraction. So then when I got on the point, I'm like, no, I'm gonna Mad Milk you and shoot you off. He kind of floats up, and then the soldier kind of fishes him off anyway. So I'm like, oh man, totally missed that Fan of War hit, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would be a huge help to my team, and probably right there I could have finished him off. Right there, that was a bad play, considering I was right beside a health kit. I could have just saved my Mad Milk for later. And impulsive thinking. It is not always the best kind of thinking. So I get directly hit by the lock and load. I mean, how else can you be hit with the lock and load? Well, I suppose you could get hit with the blast from someone else being hit with the lock and load, but that's beside the point. Point is, the guy with the lock and load, one hit, full health, or maybe it wasn't full health, but regardless, I was close to full health. Direct hit and lock and load are not fun weapons to fight against when you're a scout, or any class that has less than 150 life. Even then, I'm pretty sure you can still be killed rather easily. Anyway, trying to get on the point. This Pyro, he uses flare gun on me. And then I kind of forget that the flare gun can crit you. It can crit you, and I was on fire, and it's just like, well, brain dead. But whatever. I think that'll do it for this. Yes, there's that little stutter. That was my cue to stop playing, or stop recording. I thank you guys so much for watching this Leave a Loadout. Next time! What is next time? I forget, but regardless, thank you once again, DaMojoslayer, for leaving the Resourceful Scout loadout. I'm sorry I couldn't make it better. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great, magnificent, excellent, whatever day. Night. Beep.